Alright, boom, welcome back, guys. Gabe the Great. This is like my third video today, man. Some days I just get inspired and I just keep going. Celebrities are a reflection of a culture's values. Celebrities are a reflection of a society's values. If you're on my channel, you're probably not like a MAGA loyalist. And you've been knowing I've been speaking out against what Donald Trump is doing a lot. One thing that's become apparent to me is that it seems like everybody's waiting for somebody to challenge Trump. Right? Like, I told you guys why I didn't vote for Kamala, because I thought she was too weak. And that's being shown as evident right now. Right? Because in the United States of America, our politicians don't actually give a fuck about us. The only one, I will say this, I wasn't a Bernie Sanders, like, I won't say a supporter. I think he was probably the best shot at beating Trump in 2016. But one thing I will say about Bernie, and that I do admire about Bernie Sanders, is he has consistently always fought for the American people. I'm not saying there aren't other senators and congressmen and women who don't. But when you have something as big as what's happening right now in the United States of America, and I just made a video earlier, like, this is bigger than Trump. Like, I'm past Trump. I'm past what Trump is doing. You guys don't understand that, you know, as someone who has a special needs child, getting rid of the Department of Education means that she doesn't have to go, like, they don't have to accommodate her anymore. Right? Like, these are the things that are going to get repealed and rolled back. Life is going to get objectively bad for a lot of people. And it seems like everybody is waiting for somebody to do something. And it's very interesting because I said in my last video, Trump is not a problem. And there is nothing you can do that is going to stop people from Donald Trump being alive. People like Donald Trump are always going to exist. People like Donald Trump, you know, who are just all about themselves, they're going to exist at every level of society. There's nothing you can, well, what you want to try to do is make sure they don't get to the tops of society. But these kind of people are going to be born. These people are going to exist, right? And so you have to craft your society in such a way that those type of people don't get to positions of power. But in the United States of America, and we even know this, like, narcissism is overrepresented in positions of leadership. I think depending on the industry, sometimes at a rate of 4-to-1 of the general population. The point being is, the reason you have men and women out there who will gladly step up to Trump, but they're regular individuals, and we don't have the values. The American people do not have the right values to identify the right people to lead. Right? Again, who cares if Donald Trump wants to be a king if nobody supports him being a king? I said this about cults not too long ago in another video, right? If you're a cult leader and you're just preaching somewhere but nobody follows you, are you a cult leader? In order for people to be a cult leader, in order for someone to be a king, you gotta have subjects. You can't be a king without subjects. You can't be a king without somebody, like, doing your will and stuff like that. So that shit is super important when someone's trying to build a kingdom or be a king or position themselves as a king. Yeah, people are watching me. But it's one of these things where the American, we can't find the leaders that we need because we don't have the values that we need. And so what I'm trying to help people understand is that stop looking around and start looking in the mirror. Why do you tolerate foolishness? Why do you even tolerate this from a president? Why do you live? Why do your leaders feel so comfortable enough to lie to you like this? It's because there's no consequences. I just made a video about, why it's important why you guys should have been, like, for years now, been withdrawing your vote and not voting. The reason being is because it sends a message to the politicians. That's how you enact consequences. You need an informed electorate to protect democracy. If you do not have an informed electorate, they don't know that withholding your vote or abstaining your vote or not voting is oftentimes beneficial when both candidates are pieces of shit. But if both candidates are pieces of shit and it is your conviction to vote for the lesser of two evils, you are still consenting to being ruled by evil. And so one of the reasons that no one's standing up to Trump is because Americans don't know how to identify those people and get those people in positions of power. Those people exist all over this country. People like me would gladly challenge Trump, and we do challenge Trump on our channels. But the problem is that the American population, and now also the obviously elite class, through social media, the algorithm has made it so that it seems as if you're not overly entertaining, people aren't gonna find it. The algorithms aren't built for you. But at the same time, you can't leave it up to an algorithm. Like I said, like, I'm very anti-algorithm. I don't edit my videos. I am going to start making thumbnails, so I think they'll be beneficial. But, like, you can't build your life enslaved to something and then complain about being a slave. You can't tolerate Donald Trump for a decade, and then when he gets in, and then the second time he gets into power, go like, oh my gosh, he's doing so much damage. Yes, bro. Yes, dog. Yes. The nigga faked an assassination attempt, dog. That's how bad he wants power, man. That's how bad he wants it. But the issue is that the people need, as a population, we need a spiritual revolution. We need to update our values. We need to stop talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion and start defending it. Start defending it in actions with our lives, and not relying on lawyers. Again, the American population up to this point in human history has been so stripped of their humanity. You guys don't get that in the past, Americans would do litigation themselves. They didn't trust lawyers because they understood that lawyers were tools of the ruling class because they couldn't afford them. And so they weren't, but they didn't have the spirit of, well, I can't afford a lawyer, so, well, that's what people do today. Somebody abused your kid, you can't afford a lawyer, I guess just take your kid and move on. What, nigga? I'm ready to whoop ass. The fuck are you talking about? I'm a man. My child is a human being. There's no, if I can't afford a lawyer, we move on. It's up. Right? Like, it's just up. I don't know what to tell you. It's up. Like, but they had more spirit, right? But so many Americans, they just don't have the spirit to fight for themselves and to take a stand for themselves. Like, after decades of just like having rights stripped from you, having rights taken away from you, having your country just become an oligarchy, and just everything is just run and controlled by billionaires. It's like when your country becomes that, you become weak. You become a slave to the system to the point where you can't even stand up to the system. Y'all are bitching about a system because you're not standing up to it. You're looking for somebody to save you because you don't feel empowered enough to do it yourself. No, we are gonna have to stand up. We are gonna have to stand up. Y'all are foolish if you think the judicial branch is gonna save you. You are stupid. You are being stupid. Your actual last line of defense against Trump is the military. And that's what you guys don't understand. The military is the last line of defense. If Trump gets the military loyal to him, America's cooked, bro. The United States of America is cooked. It will forever change, and Trump is the least of your problems. Because Trump is just the guy laying the foundation. Trump is the guy laying the foundation. Trump is 80-something. Trump might not even make it through this term, bro. Like, y'all don't get it. This is bigger. It's bigger than all that stuff, man. It's bigger than all of it. And so it's one of these things where it's like, everyone's looking around for like, okay, man, like, who's gonna do something? We're gonna have to do it. The Democrats have showed you they don't have a spine. Very few of them do. I don't want to hear all this behind the scenes bullshit. It's too late for behind the scenes. It's too late. It's too late for all they working behind. Oh, let the lawyers. Nigga, what are you talking about, man? You can't, y'all, I think for me, I think as someone who's been in a cult and as someone who's battled cults and someone who has helped lead a cult, I just know that the moves that people are trying to make are like futile. I'm about to make another video where I'm about to talk about it, but y'all think MAGA is the new normal now. Y'all don't get it, bro. Y'all don't get it. MAGA is going to be the like normal by 2027. Our bodies adapt. Your body is going to adapt to the constant bullshit that's coming out of the White House. Your body is going to adapt. You're going to be weakened by it. Your nervous system is going to be weakened by it. You're not going to be able to defend yourself. I'm telling y'all. The longer we wait to revolt, the longer we wait to rebel, the longer we wait for the revolution, the harder it's going to be to start. But the issue is that the people themselves don't know how to identify, okay, who are the people we follow? That is the issue. And it has to go back to your own personal principles, right? For years, my personal principles have been, no, I'm not consenting to being ruled by these people. I understand the rest of society is voting for the lesser of two evils. I personally think that that's stupid, so I'm not gonna do it. I don't consent. So for me, I've been exercising individuality. I've been exercising conviction. And there are a lot of you guys out there who have also been exercising conviction in different ways. And it's not about, oh, did it work? You guys, you don't get it. This is not about, does it work? Donald Trump is not looking for the most effective thing. Donald Trump is going to, and the people who support him, they're going to do what they want to do. They commit to a path. That's y'all problem. Y'all are trying to win. Y'all are trying to compete. Y'all are trying to like, ooh, what's effective? You got to commit to justice. You have to commit to fairness. You have to commit to equality. You have to commit to this shit. You got to commit to the American principles and values. I'm about to go to Panda Express, and you know what I hate about Panda Express? I'm a eat it, and about 5 minutes after I get done eating it, I'm gonna be hungry again. And I know that going into this. This is what I'm talking about. You just been doing something for so long, like you have no defense against it. It's just good though. But we have shitty food in this country. Like, what do you want me to do? But yeah, it's one of these things where it's like, fam, the longer we wait, the harder it's gonna be. Because I've been in cults, man. I know what idolatry is like. We have to change our own convictions. We have to change our own principles and go, no, we're not gonna tolerate a president who thinks he's king. No. If you have to throw all of us in jail, if you have to put all of us in concentration camps, if you have, like, you guys are gonna die anyway, bro. Like, you're gonna die. Why would you fight to live in a country that is gonna make your existence horrible? No, just die trying to build the country of your dreams, and you can die peacefully. You're gonna die anyway. What are you protecting at this point? Whatever you're protecting, it's time to protect it. And it's time to protect it head on. It's not time to like, oh, let's figure out the best way. No, front door. Knock it down. Plate? No, I'm not going to get a plate because I'm not going to, like I said, I'm going to eat it. And then I think I'll just get the chow mein and orange chicken. I didn't realize how many calories orange chicken had. Actually, I might get broccoli beef.
Thank you for choosing Panda. What can I get for you tonight?
Yeah, can I just get a bowl with chow mein and broccoli beef?
Alrighty, anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright, we'll see you for that window then.
Thank you. And there's no reason that should be $8.20, by the way. But this is what happens when billionaires know that you can't stand up to them. We just need to unite, guys. That's it. We need to unite. We need to fight. And we just need to publicly resist these motherfuckers. Like, no, nigga. Like, you are not a king, bro. You are a Nepo baby, dog. You are a Nepo baby who needed help from the richest man in the world to beat a black woman who had less than 3 months to campaign. Like, shut the fuck up, dog. Like, yes, bro. Like, I genuinely believe I'm a better human being than Donald Trump. I genuinely believe like I could beat Donald Trump in an election. If it's just about coat building and just being willing to go further than the other side, nigga. Like we need more people who are just like, fam, let's just attack this problem head on. What are we losing? Either they're going to take all our rights or we're going to fight to keep our rights. But there's no middle ground. There's no like, you are living through I feel like Americans are living through a revolutionary period. Like we're living through like a civil rights movement. We're living through a suffrage rights movement. We're living through a civil war. We're living through a revolutionary period. And Americans are just like entertained. And it's true, man. It's true. Americans want their comfort more than they want freedom. So until we change our values, like the problem is going to persist. Like we as a people have to either change our values or get more radical about protecting our values. Otherwise, we're not going to have them for too much longer. So a little bit different video, but just want to bring it to you guys. Love you guys. Bye.